Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Brian Nuevo.
And I'm Kaya Whitney.
Students may soon be able to enroll in college courses at Roseville High School.
Teachers in the district were offered $5,000 as an incentive to obtain a master's degree in order to offer dual enrollment courses on campus. RHS Principal David Bird believes this is a good deal for students.
We could set up a scenario where those students could actually get college level credit for the courses that they're taking and get them more efficiently in an easier way than having to actually go over to the college. It's sort of like a two for the price of one. I want this for our kids. I want them to have the dual enrollment, dual credit scenario.
AP Psychology and Human Geography teacher Mark Andriotta thinks going back to school is a good idea for incoming educators.
It's still a pretty good deal, and I would encourage any new teachers to jump right onto it. I'm kind of at the back end of my career. I'm thinking about it. I have a master's in administration or educational administration, but that won't allow me to teach anything that we would do here. I'm thinking about either probably going after a master's in psychology. I was actually thinking about that before, but this would spur me on. And most likely Sac State is where I would go.
Senior Chloe Lavalleur prefers college courses to AP courses, which promise the same experience.
I would have chosen the college course because there's just a lot more to learn that's more relevant to the real world than AP. AP courses are a lot more busy work, and it feels like it's very crammed, whereas college courses, although I've taken them over the summer, so they are faster paced. Every assignment has a purpose, and so assignments are minimal, but they're significant.
Whether teachers decide to get their master's will influence the implementation of dual enrollment courses in the years to come.
Since photography teacher Tammy Cayley left her position 2 months ago, RHS began the search for substitutes and permanent replacement. Eye of the Tiger has previously announced Allie Lawson as the new permanent photography teacher. Lawson's permanent replacement started at RHS this week. Denise Sanchez Scaglione teaches Art 1 and has begun familiarizing herself with the class and the students.
I'm really so excited to be here and get settled in, and so far the students have been amazing. I'm really enjoying the work in the class, and probably the one thing I want to do the most is just build more love for art and students' involvement in art. Get more art classes. Looking forward to a really great year, and I'm already looking ahead to next year.
The photo and art departments have a set teaching staff for the rest of the year.
Next Monday, there will be a special schedule to accommodate a school-wide suicide prevention lesson. Here's a look at the bell schedule. In second period, students will attend a 30-minute presentation after the pledge and administrators' announcements.
Bonfire Rally tryouts will be held today during both lunches in the gym foyer.
We now go to Dom Taylor for sports.
Good morning and welcome to this Friday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Dominic Taylor. Living in California, generally sports like soccer, basketball, volleyball, and football are the most popular among high school athletes. However, one Roseville High School freshman is breaking the mold and is participating in a sport not commonly played on the West Coast. We go to Emily Wright with more.
While most of her friends are choosing to play soccer, softball, and golf, freshman Carly Garcia is going against the norm. Garcia found her love of hockey from her family at a young age.
My cousins from San Jose, they played it, and whenever they came down, we'd always play it in the street. And then I decided to play on the ice, and then I loved it ever since then.
Especially in hockey, Garcia is faced with a challenge that is uncommon to most athletes as she competes with and against boys.
It's pretty hard because the guys develop a lot faster, and so they're a lot stronger, and you just have to work hard every single day, and it's hard to prove yourself.
Garcia has aspirations to compete at higher levels and is preparing to do so by competing in recruiting tournaments.
Done a lot of showcases, and I've done tournament teams.
Garcia struggles to find a balance between hockey and her other interests.
It's really hard because I play soccer and hockey at a high level, and practicing 4 times a week for soccer and 3 times a week for hockey, it's hard to not miss both of them.
In other sports news, girls varsity volleyball fell to Ponderosa on Wednesday 3-0, and girls varsity water polo lost at Whitney 16-11. Roseville JV football will be in a battle for first place in the league tonight when they take on the Whitney Wildcats at Whitney High School. Both the Wildcats and the Tigers enter this game being 6-1 and undefeated in league, and the winner of this game will be in a prime spot to win the CVC. The JV will play at 5 and the varsity at 7:15. And that's it on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Dom. If there's anything I love, it's a good teen slasher movie, and while Happy Death Day is just that, it lacks the significance of its inspirations such as Scream or Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorority Girl Tree is stuck on loop with the day of her death, which also just happens to be her birthday, and while dying multiple times, she realizes that in order to escape the loop, she must solve her murder and beat her killer to the punch. I appreciate the attempt to give the plot some more substance with a sort of Groundhog Day twist, which they dutifully acknowledge in the movie, but this still just doesn't do enough for me. However, I don't think Happy Death Day was necessarily trying to be the horror movie to define a generation, and its only goal was to pull and satisfy a mostly young audience, and it does enough to perfectly succeed at this goal. With a good amount of witty banter and well played out scenes of suspense, I can see why the movie pulled a relatively good amount of good critic. In my opinion, it relies too heavily on a plot twist to impress audiences, and the plot twist itself wasn't all that mind-blowing. Happy Death Day is perfectly worth a trip to the movies to go see if you're looking for a slasher film to watch, but nothing too ingenious, so don't expect that.
Thanks, Gabby. Senior Scarlett Forget committed to a date for Marine Corps boot camp last Monday. Forget is excited to achieve what she considers the greatest title one can earn, a U.S. Marine.
So I have like a long history of my family in the military. My dad served in the Army for 28 years, and I just really feel like as if I should serve my country and give back to what it has done for me.
Forget will ship out to MCRD Paris Island in June.
RHS teacher Denise Weiss is currently fundraising for a good cause. Weiss will participate in the Michael J. Fox Foundation Foxtrot 5K this Saturday.
Well, I was inspired because my husband has Parkinson's. He was diagnosed 7 years ago, and so I happened to see online that Michael J. Fox Foundation was hosting the first annual Foxtrot. It's a fun run, it's a 5K, and they are trying to raise money for Parkinson's research, and so I thought that was the perfect time to do something like that. It'll be the same as every other run, but I think it'll be just inspiring to see a lot of people out there running for a cause. It usually, I've done other causes before, so it's something that's impersonal to me is going to be, obviously a really satisfying event to participate in.
Tryouts to MC the upcoming Pink Out rally will be held next Tuesday the 24th during third period. There will be a sign-up list in room 606. Pink Out t-shirts are on sale in the cafeteria for $10. All profits go to breast cancer research. That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.